Hey, sixth grade. Mrs. Dominic here. Today for art class, you are going to need that brown sheet of paper that came in your box when you got all of your supplies at the beginning of the school year. Because Mrs. Dominic is not a student, I know you find it hard to believe, but I didn't receive a brown sheet of paper. I do have one. Ooh, it's not the same as yours. Sorry, it's not the same as yours, but I do have a brown sheet of paper. So this is what you are looking for. However, if I start drawing on this brown sheet of paper right now with a pencil, you won't be able to see what I'm doing. So, in order for you to be able to follow along with me, I'm going to draw on this green sheet of paper. Okay. For this particular project, I'm going to give you some directions, and then you are probably going to want to frequently pause the video to draw, and then play the next step, and then pause and draw, play the next step, pause and draw over and over again through this particular video because you're drawing along with me. Okay. Last week when we were together, we came up with options for ourselves for different styles, types, shapes of cactus. Okay. Whether you chose a tall, skinny guy, the one with the flexing arms, or the bumps with the spikes, whatever kind you chose, totally fine. But we are going to be choosing your favorite one to move forward with. I am going to be doing mine with this style cactus. I don't know if you guys can see it here in the middle. This is the type of cactus. It is related to the barrel cactus, but it is not a barrel cactus. Anyway, it is basically these big kind of egg-shaped sections, and they kind of grow arms or little bumps off of this one main section. So this is the style cactus that I'm going to draw today, but I want you to follow your cactus. Okay, so if you have a big, tall, skinny guy like this, or the guy with the arms, that's great. Don't draw this shaped cactus when I start drawing my cactus. You draw the one you chose. Let's start drawing. On this particular page, I would normal Mrs. Dominic would tell you to draw a horizon line, right? But I don't actually want you to do that. The style of this picture is going to be minimalist, which means that there's basically nothing there. It is going to be one cactus kind of floating in this empty space that is your brown paper. Okay? I don't need you to draw me a whole collection of cacti and pots. That's not necessary. You're not going to take your cactus pot and put it on a table in your picture. That's not necessary either. It is literally just going to be cactus in a pot floating and filling this space. So, why are we drawing cacti? We are drawing them because most of them are round. We are actually working on volume. Volume is something that you show in art. You want to show the roundness or the 3D-ness of something. So we are going to be looking at drawing volume, drawing things so that they look the most round. And then we are also going to be working on value. Value is what you all call shading. And value is drawing something so that it shows the lights and the darks going across. So we're going to work on those two things so that it looks like on your page when you are done that you have a beautiful 3D looking cactus in a really clean nothingness background. Okay, today all we're going to do is draw. No color, no Sharpie, just pencil on this page. All right. For my cactus, all of you, use your finger and sort of eyeball where the center of your page is. For me, it's about here. I'm going to come down from there, maybe an inch, and make a little line. That is the bottom of your cactus. That is essentially like here, where your cactus is meeting the dirt in the flower pot. Okay. So for me, I'm going to turn my paper to the side, and I suggest you do the same. But I'm going to take this shape and I'm just going to make this very shallow sort of smile. Okay. From there, I'm going to make the main section of my cactus a little bit larger or a little bit smaller than my hand. So it'll probably be about the size of your hand. But for me, I'm going to kind of line up my thumb here because my hand is sort of long for a lady. Okay, so I'm going to put it about there. And from here, I'm going to make another curve. Lots and lots of curves today. I'm going to draw lots and lots of curves. I'm going to connect the top and the bottom of this main section of my cactus, and I'm going to draw these with a lot of curves. Now, for those of you who aren't drawing this particular shaped cactus, the big takeaway for you is that the bottom and the tops of your cacti have got to have curves. So if you have like this type of cactus, the tops are curved and the bottoms where they meet the dirt are curved. If you have this type of cactus, the tops are curved, the bottom where it meets the dirt is curved. This type, they're just basically spheres, right, or balls. So you are going to make them really, really round, and wherever they meet the dirt, it's round. Curved top, curved bottom. Done. This one's a little bit trickier, but you're going to have this curved, floofy flower section at the top, and you're also going to have a curved bottom. Okay, curved top, curved bottom. Now, my cactus has multiple sections to it, so I'm going to add those in. If your cactus has multiple sections to it, you're going to add yours in. Okay? So make sure that your cactus shape is the way that you want it. So for me, I'm just going to add a little nub on top of another little nub. And I'm going to put that other one over here. And all the while, I'm making sure that the bottom of all these shapes are curved and the top of all these shapes are curved. Curved, 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 curved lines. Okay. My cactus, paper towels. My cactus is not see-through. So right now these things are all overlapping and I need to go through and choose what's on top. You might have something similar happening, especially if you chose something like this where they're all smooshed together inside of a pot. You might have some overlapping happening that you need to solve. Same thing down here. If you chose this type of cactus, you might have some overlapping happening that you might need to solve. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to say, okay, this one, the little guy's on top. So that means I'm erasing the inside of it. These ones, the littler ones are always on top. So this guy is on top of the big one. I'm going to erase. And this guy is on top of that one. So I'm going to erase. Okay. Now, as part of my cactus, I have a lot of ridges to this cactus. They have those lines that follow all of my cactus shapes around. Hopefully you drew the lines in your practice cactus in such a way that you will be able to follow them easily. But most cacti follow those lines, follow the shape of the cactus. So think like a beach ball, right? I'm going to start here with this little guy. The top of my cactus nub or whatever is up there. the lines on this cactus are going to follow the roundness, just like a beach ball. The more curved those lines are, the more round and 3D your cactus will look. If your cactus has lines, try to follow the shape of your cactus as best you can and go ahead and put those in where they go. I'm going to keep doing that to my cactus. And you go ahead and do that to your cactus. I kind of like to find the top of the cactus. This one's going to be weird because it's sort of growing at an angle. But I like to find the top of the cactus and then follow down from there. Okay, same thing here. I'm going to lightly put these ones in. Oh. Okay, and all of these lines are curved. I have yet to have drawn a straight line except for that one little teeny tiny dot on the top of each cactus. And all that is telling me where the top is. Okay. If you are one of my creative cactus people and you want to put a flower on the top, you can go ahead and do that. If you are putting, oh goodness, I do have some very creative 6th graders this year who want to put like sombreros and stuff on their cactus. You can go ahead and do that. Okay, no faces on the cactus. Once you're done with the top part of your cactus, don't bother with the spiky parts. But once you're done drawing the main bits, like this, we're going to come down and do the pot on the cactus. This is going to be fairly universal. Are you allowed to decorate your cactus later? Yes, but please follow along for the shape of the pot on the bottom. Just like this part of the cactus used a lot of curves, this part, the cactus pot, will also use a lot of curves. The curves are what make this thing look round in 3D. Every line that we draw on this page, its goal is to help make it look round in 3D. All right, first thing I'm going to do is come up from the bottom of my cactus, and I'm going to make 2 sort of winged out lines. They're going to kind of go out and down just a little bit. That's the back of my flower pot. So the front edge of the flower pot is also going to be that curved, shallow smile, similar to the bottom of my cactus itself. From here, we're going to draw our very first straight lines of this whole piece. There's only 4 of them, 4 straight lines in the whole thing, and all 4 of them are on this flower pot. So I'm going to come right here and go straight down just a little bit. Other side, go straight down just a little bit. This is like the rim on the flower pot, the part that sticks out, like this part here or here. Turn the paper again. I'm going to say, okay, I want the rim, that edge to your flower pot to be about that wide. So I'm going to make my little mark at the width, and then from here I'm going to curve up to the right and curve down to the left. Okay, so there's the rim of my flower pot. I'm also going to come in here and I'm going to put a second line here. A little echo. This section here is dirt or sand or whatever this cactus is sitting in, rocks. This little area back here is flower pot rim. All right, time for our next 2 straight lines. They're straight because they're not curved, but they're not going straight down. They're going to angle in a little bit. Think like the sides of a Starbucks cup, right? They sort of taper in. That's what's happening here. So I'm going to come in from the edge just a little bit. And I'm going to taper down. And then I'm coming in the other side. Just a little bit. And taper down. That side is way better, but that's okay. Nobody's perfect. To close off the bottom of my flower pot, I cannot draw a straight line. If we draw a straight line here, we will have ruined all of the effort that we have put into making everything look brown and beautiful. That one straight line across will flatten everything. So, yet again, another curve. So I like to start in the middle, but I'll make my little mark and curve up to the side, curve down to that one. Flower pot. Done. Now, it looks mildly awkward just sitting here in the sky floating. So I'm going to add a little bit of a shadow here just to represent the flower pot. If I was a really good artist, I would make this shadow look sort of like our cactus shape, but since I don't know what your cactus shapes are, I'm just going to make it a shadow like that, and that is plenty. Once you have drawn out your cactus and you are satisfied with it, and you've made sure, you double check, triple check that everything on here is round, you're done. All you need to do is take your piece of brown paper, photograph it as best as you can. You might need to hold it at a little bit of an angle when you photograph it so that the camera can actually pick up the pencil, because I really want to be able to see these things. So double check, right? Don't just take the picture and be done. Take the picture and then look at the picture. Make sure you can actually see the lines, because if you can't see them, I sure won't be able to see them. And if I can't see the cactus, I'm going to be like, well, they didn't do their work, and I won't be able to grade you. So make sure I can see it. Okay, get a fairly decent picture, hold it at that weird angle, take the picture, send it in. Okay? This is all you need to do today. Good luck.